senator and probably wears a three-piece suit to bed, all cringe in unison at the jokes our fathers tell. Even though their dads are straight and mine's a held-over hippie, the jokes are all lame. The military lingo has got to be a father thing, too. Leonard's dad is forever saying things like, battle stations, or at ease. It so fits Senator Yowell. He's a star-studded hero, but when my dad talks like that, it always surprises me because he lobbies so hard against war, any kind of war. Local school boards, Gestapo-like anti-immigration tactics, Palestine, even sibling rivalry. He's a certifiable pacifist, but as far as being an all-right, sincere kind of person, he is. He's also a vegetarian, and recycling is his favorite pastime. We never use paper plates, even though it's a big pain to wash things now that we're living on a houseboat. Hot water's sketchy, and not enough water is typical. There's more good about my dad than bad, though. He'll watch any movie I want, and he refuses to wear a tie. Not at all like Antolini, that touchy-feely English teacher of Holden's, with the silk bathrobe and the itchy hands. Holden could have stayed on Dad's sleep sofa without a second thought. If you want to know the truth, until I got sick, my life was boring. Truly and completely boring. You wouldn't have kept on reading. School and summer, summer and school, mostly hot and more hot in our part of Virginia. Holden's cab rides around New York sound exciting compared with my life. Even my little brother's soccer schedule is more exciting. Seriously, I'm not into contact sports myself, but Nick's definitely the star of the team. A brilliant sweeper at 13, just too nice to admit it. A zillion times a game, he stops the other team cold. Anyone can see how much his team relies on him and how he lives to be that indispensable guy. My older brother is a first year at UVA with more girlfriends than anyone I know. As Holden would say, he's Joe College to the umpteenth degree. Too cool to hang around with me much anymore. The thing is, he's a real Joe. Short for Joseph Ides Landon. My parents stuck him, too, only Ides isn't half as bad as Solstice. Plus, it's way easier for people to believe Ides could be a real name, so he's never embarrassed like I am. He's not forced to make up some song and dance about Solstice being a family holdover from the old country. Another freebie from Cassie Jones, who probably doesn't even remember me or my stumbling discussion of the harvest dance that never quite made it to the level of an invitation. Just to round it out, in case you're into names like Mom obviously was, Nick, a.k.a. Nicholas, means victory of the people. Mom's basic life philosophy. I'm not sure why the third time around she chickened out on the middle name and opted for the only Virginia ancestor in the family, Marshall. But it fits Nick. Nicholas Marshall Landon. Sounds like a politician, huh? He's definitely the one who'll change the world. He's got the name for it, and the energy. When Dad calls me, I'm in my bunk, right above Nick's, in the front cabin of our houseboat. The houseboat is too cool. It's like everyday and retro at the same time. My parents bought it 2 months ago at a government auction. A knee-jerk reaction. They did it a week, maybe less, after the doctors told them I had the disease. Joe dubbed the boat Nirvana. Because my parents pretended they got the joke, they didn't object to it. They probably took it as a reference to Buddha. Whatever, it's stuck. It's the first big thing they've ever owned. According to them, cars, evil polluters, but necessary due to the unfortunate state of the world, don't count. Way back, BK, before kids, when they were madly in love, they quit college to make hammocks. They lived on their own personal commune, as Mom calls it. When they get seriously maudlin about their youth, they tell stories about the great parties they had there and how they were all one with the earth before Joe came along, before they had to leave to finish school and get real jobs. Somehow, despite those jobs, there was never enough money to buy a house. They don't talk much about that part of it. Their version, ownership, is kowtowing to capitalism. Supposedly, being a tenant is more like being connected to the universe. Doesn't it just drive you wild when people make up stuff like that to justify their own situation? I don't mind it so much with my parents, because they don't force their views on everyone like some parents who take soda away from their kids' friends because the sugar will rot their teeth. That's embarrassing. Plus, what makes them think one less can of soda is going to save the kid or teach him to change what he drinks? Anyway, since the commune, my parents have rented a series of houses. Some I can't even remember.